Hi everyone, it's Benita. I've decided to do this video because there are so many people now in this time of year, it's mid-June, so many people sneezing and coughing and suffering from hay fever, and I suffer from hay fever myself. So I've decided to share with you this quick technique, this really useful tip, how I deal with it, because last year I have decided to stop taking antihistamine tablets because I have been feeling that there were always some side effects. They would always make me drowsy, no matter which ones I have tried. I've experimented over the years with so many of them, and there were always side effects that I didn't like. I couldn't wake up in the morning. It felt like my face was swollen. My mind was like really dull. There was no sharpness there at all. So I have decided to have a look at some natural methods, and this is what I have found. So the technique that I have tried, and it really works for me, and I hope and I'm sure it will work for you as well, is called Jala Neti. This is very ancient, old technique that yogis have been doing for thousands of years. It's very simple because the only thing you really need is a pot. It's called a Neti Pot. So I have a ceramic one like this. You can also get the plastic ones, but obviously this is much nicer, but you know, if you are traveling, probably plastic is more convenient. And you put warm, salty water into it. Not too cold, not too hot. It wants to be about a body temperature, okay? But you will experiment, you will try, and you will really feel what feels good. If it's too cold, it's really not pleasant. If it's too warm, if it's too hot, that's also not good. But out of the two, it's better to have it slightly warmer than colder because it helps to open the nostrils. We mix warm water with salt. I use sea salt, but any rock salt, Himalayan salt probably will also work. The proportions are about 1 teaspoon for a half liter of water, okay, something like that. But you will see, again, if you experiment, you will see if it's enough. Obviously you don't want the water to be too salty, but also you want the salt to get there and do the work. So you don't want just water with, like, you know, a sprinkle of salt. You want salt in there. This technique is probably these days, nowadays, so needed when so many people, more and more people, are suffering from any, you know, respiratory system problems like asthma, like allergies, hay fevers, colds. We get some kind of flus and colds all the time. A lot of us spend a lot of time in polluted air, in a polluted environment when we live in cities. Also, what may not sound so obvious, helps to stimulate the brain, balancing sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Okay? It helps to stimulate your eyes, clearing your ears, clearing your throat, so it's not only about the nose. And because it is working with nervous system, it helps with headaches, it may help with migraines. And this technique helps to get rid of all the dirt, all the dust, all the bacteria from the nose, okay, from the nostrils. So the way we are doing it, we have the pot ready with water and salt, warm water, body temperature water, and then you will put, so you can see this little hole here, and you will put it, obviously you do it over the sink or a bath, or if you have this opportunity, you can do it outside. It's always much more enjoyable doing everything outside, so you can do that. You will put this hole into the nostril, okay? And then you start pouring. So you have to tilt your head and find the right angle, and you will notice that you will feel it, that the water starts like going all the way into the left side, and you have to probably wait like a couple of seconds until water starts maybe just first dripping through the second nostril, but then slowly it starts flowing. Sometimes, especially if you are doing it around like cold season or hay fever season, and there is already a problem there in your nose, you may notice that one nostril is a little blocked, and that's okay. The way I am trying to deal with it is just trying it a couple of times. So for me, normally in the morning my left nostril is blocked, so I try it, I keep this warm water inside, even if it's not going the other way, just holding it for a couple of seconds and then trying to blow the nose, and then again trying it a couple of times, and normally after 2-3 times it helps and the water starts flowing the other way. And then once you have done one side for about like 10 to 20 seconds, okay, it's very important to blow the nose so you get rid of all the mucus and extra water that's still there. And then we do the second side, and again 10 to 20 seconds on the other side. Obviously you need to breathe in through the mouth, okay, so your nose is closed, you're breathing in through the mouth, you're trying to stay as still as possible and as relaxed as possible, okay? There's no tension in your face, in your throat, in your nose. Just allow the water to flow naturally. And once we have done both sides, we need to clean and dry our nose properly. This is very important because you don't want any of that water to stay inside. You want everything to come out. So we blow one nostril, we blow it through one nostril, let's say 10 times, then you blow the second side 10 times, and then both blowing all the way out, getting rid of all the mucus, all the extra water that may be still there. You may notice that you need to shake your head a little, or you may need to fold forward for a moment because the water may be still there. But eventually it will all come out. And if we're not used to this technique, it may feel very weird at the beginning. It did feel weird for me when I tried it, and I was experiencing even some like strange sensations like under my skull here somewhere. But over time, body got used to it, and now I don't have that experience. It's just a nice, easy flow of water. It actually feels nice, it's quite comfortable once your body gets used to it. And just to finish, I would like to say that because I have experimented with this one specifically for my hay fever symptoms, which for me is normally running and very itchy nose, itchy eyes, ears and the throat, so everything inside is like really itchy. I have tried it last year. I am going through the same process now because I am in the middle of a hay fever time, and it does work. It's not eliminating all the symptoms, but it is reducing them to the level that is acceptable to me and allows me to function normally, which is a huge thing, because those of you who have hay fever know how painful it can be. It's like, it's really nothing because you're not sick, but it's so heavy that it's really hard to function properly. So try it, it really helps, but don't give up after 1 or 2 times. You have to try it for at least 2-3 weeks to really feel that something is changing. And if you need to, I do it normally once a day in the morning before I do anything else. That's part of my morning practice. But if you need to, you can try it twice or even more times if you need to. So when it gets really difficult for me, I do it in the morning and in the evening. Try it, have fun with it. It's quite an enjoyable experience if your body gets used to it. And remember that it's good for you, yeah? It's good for cleansing the nose, stimulating the eyes, the throat, the ears, the brain. It works with nervous system, calms the mind. So all the goodies. So yeah, give it a try and let me know how it feels for you, because I'm really, really interested to see if it helps other people as well.